Artist is turning a personal tragedy into an opportunity to talk about the importance of mental health.
Courtney standing by to learn more about a new song and its message.
Yes, and we were welcoming back to the show a friend of Good Day and R&B recording artist, exceptional artist, Will Downing, joining us this morning. Hi, Will. Welcome back.
Thank you very much, and I'm glad I still get the exceptional. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, you absolutely do. Now, aside from us loving your music, we absolutely love the fact that you are sharing this very personal story from your family with the world, really, especially with May being Mental Health Awareness Month. You lost your beautiful daughter, Erin. She took her life in January of this year, and I can't even imagine the state of mind that you would be in as a father, let alone be able to put that into words.
Yeah, absolutely. The worst phone call I have ever received in my life, and the worst news that I've ever received in my life. She was dealing with depression. She was diagnosed bipolar, little bits of schizophrenia, and we've been dealing with that over the years. And the last I talked to her was prior to the time that she had taken herself. She took herself on January the 11th. I had talked to her like a week before, and she also left me a voice message on New Year's Eve to wish me a happy New Year's Eve. And she was excited and all of that. And then 11 days later, she was gone. Yeah. So just unbelievable, unfreaking believable.
And that's one of the things that I think that most families who deal with this can kind of relate to, is it seems like it almost came out of nowhere, or it seems like, but I just talked to them and they sounded like they were fine, even though there are, prognoses and things and diagnoses in the family. What advice would you give to other families who may be dealing with situations that mental health is an issue within the family, and you're just not quite sure how to have that conversation?
Well, a lot of times, especially in the African-American community, Black folks, we don't talk about mental health. We do not. We kind of see it and gloss over it. We sort of skirt it, and we don't really deal with the issues. Or we kind of give them bad advice if it's someone that we know or love, if it's our family members, kind of like, hey, we'll take a day off, go on vacation, go get yourself a good meal. We very rarely say, go get professional help. Yes. And that's something that we need to talk about. We need to have open dialect about it so that we can actually help people. My daughter was seeing a therapist, but, she had recently started seeing him. So it was something that she had needed many, many years ago. And all the things that I just said, I was guilty of. I was kind of like, well, don't go to work today.
Sure.
Sleeping late. When was the last time you took 2 days off? Right. When was the last time you ate what you wanted to eat? Go, you know what? Go get some retail therapy. Go shopping. I'll send you some money. Right. And none of those things really dealt with what she was going through clinically. Right. She had an imbalance. So, she needed professional help.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the song itself. Till We Meet Again, we've got the music video that you created for it as well. Tell us about, again, the frame of mind to be able to write this song and get it out there for other people to consume and hopefully help somebody else.
Well, it was an easy song to write because it was a conversation that a parent has with a child all the time. Yeah. Your child does something that you may not necessarily agree with, and you're kind of like, hey, what was on your mind? When I last talked to you, you seemed like you were doing fine. Okay, and then you have that moment, and then you have the loving moment. Listen, you're not alone. I love you. Give me a hug. Don't ever do this again. Yeah. Unfortunately, in this case, I will not have the opportunity to say don't ever do it again. So what I'm saying to parents out there, talk to your kids, be open-minded, listen more than anything else. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. And if they need professional help, then go out and reach and get professional help. But, a lot of times when people talk to us about mental illness or if they're going through something, somehow we always sort of flip it and it becomes about us. Yeah. And we're having a conversation. We're talking to them as opposed to, or at them as opposed to them. And I would say just listen a lot because there's a message in everything that they're saying. And sometimes you just have to piece the puzzle together to make it all make sense.
It makes total sense. It does. And thank you so much for the tool of using this music video, because I feel like music does help a lot. It is therapeutic in and of itself, and the fact that you were able to put this into words and then, to music and get that out there for the masses, I think is incredible. You mentioned tools. We want to make sure that you know that there is the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. There's a phone number that you can text. You can also go online, and there's an app for that as well. It's very easy. On your cell phone, you just dial 988. You can also text that, and you will immediately get contacted with someone. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us, you and your family. Your music is always exceptional. You are always welcome to come on Good Day and just chat about whatever you want.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Appreciate you, Will. Gentlemen, back over to you.